I made this quilt for my mum, Sheila Robertson. She's nearly 95, but when she was 92, she became really ill and she had to be permanently catheterised, which meant that she couldn't wear her dresses anymore. And one summer's day, she said, "Oh, I really want to wear a dress." So I said, "It's okay in the garden." So she sat in the garden drinking tea, wearing the dress. And then we went out later and I put some white trousers under it and we went and bought lots of clothes for her, lovely new trousers and tops. And when we came back, she said, "Right, the dresses can go." So I folded them all up and put them in the porch to take to the charity shop. And then about an hour later I thought, oh, the dresses I can make a quilt. And that's what I did. But I'd like to show you a picture of her drinking gin and tonic, because this is what it's all about, really. This is lots of happy memories that I wanted to capture for her, because she used to love coming to join us in the garden for drinks. I went to a friend's house, taking the dresses with me, and she said to me, "Right, why don't you just do a rail fence?" And the rail fence is a very simple design made up of strips, 3 strips of fabric one way and 3 the other way. So each block is 7 inches. So what I did, I cut up all her dresses, and then for every 2 pieces of the dress fabric, I incorporated one of my handmade, hand-dyed old cotton sheeting, and very, very quickly put the quilt together. It was important to get the quilt done so that she could have it while the memory of the dresses was still fresh. So I did it in 3 days, I think. After I'd made the top, I layered it up with wadding and backing, and then all over it I've written in free machine stitch all the things that were important to her. When she was a young girl, she was an ice skating champion, so that's written on here. Her sisters' names are on here, her children, her grandchildren. She used to love drinking gin and tonic, so that's on here, and she loved riding her bike until she was 92 years old as well. So riding her bike. Jelly babies were one of her favourite things, and she used to love watching Countdown on television and all of those sort of things. So I tried to capture all the memories for her on the quilt. And then around the edge, I put some of her handmade torchon lace. She was a great lace maker, and for 25 years she made mileage, as she always called it. And this was a piece that was unused. But you can see it's very well used now, because it was 2014 that I made this quilt, so it's been washed and ironed quite a few times. So I wrapped the quilt up for her and handed it to her. When she opened it, she looked at it and then she went, "Oh, my dresses!" And it was just such a wonderful moment that she recognised the dresses and that she got them back. It really was, it was great fun to do, and you know, it means now that she's got this on her bed in her little care home that she's in, as a sort of permanent reminder of happy times at home with us.